What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I wanted to implement movies to the channel and see how this goes. I know I mainly do gaming content for you guys, but I want to try out my take on movies. As many of you know, I'm a huge Halloween fan, so of course, we have to start with Halloween. For this series, I'll be doing a kill count. But I will be starting with Halloween Kills, as it is the most current Halloween movie out. I know I should probably start with Halloween 1978, but this is going to be a test video just to see how well things go. Halloween Kills has a lot of opinions floating around about how many kills Michael scored, so I want to start with Halloween Kills and see how it goes. If you're new here and like what you see, be sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future videos. Now let's get into it. Halloween Kills picks up where 2018 left off. The fire department shows up, put out the fire at Lori's house, but due to the structural collapse, a firefighter falls into the basement. After calling for help, Michael appears from the gun cache in Lori's basement. Grabbing the firefighter's halogen bar, he hits him multiple times until he dies. The next kill is an off-screen kill of the firefighter that accidentally pulls Michael from the basement after thinking it was his fellow firefighter. Michael proceeds to slaughter 9 other firefighters, 3 being off-screen. So during the scene you only see 6, but it is later reported that he killed 11 firefighters. But if you notice as he walks outside and you pause at the right time, you can count 9 firefighters standing outside, plus the 2 on the inside of the house. And you gotta think, he's gonna kill everybody. Next, we have the old couple that lives next door to Lori. Here, Michael is actually bandaging his hand from a wound from Lori after she blew off part of his hand with a shotgun. But he was interrupted by the little drone that got flown into the bathroom, so he tosses it back out to the couple. When the old couple notices it, the old man proceeds to investigate what just happened. When he turns on the light, Michael immediately smashes the light. Now, the old couple is in full-blown panic mode, trying to lock down the house, but this is cut very short when Michael grabs the old man through the window and drags him outside. Michael then enters the home to go for the old lady. He decides to grab the kitchen light bulb, smashing it, then piercing the lady through the neck, not killing her right away though. As she sits there bleeding out, she has to watch the old man get stabbed repeatedly in the back before she bleeds out. Now we're at the park with Mary and Lindsay, the doctor and the nurse. Lindsay runs over to some kids asking why they're outside so late. The kids explain they're waiting for their friend Dennis, but a creepy man in a white mask keeps trying to play hide and seek with them. Michael appears behind the SUV holding the mask that Dennis had on with blood dripping from it. Lindsay says for the kids to run and go home, it's not safe. Marion sees Michael climb on the roof and panic fires a few times. The nurse makes her way out of the SUV while her husband and Marion are still inside. Michael climbs down and goes after Marion. Marion, not realizing she's out of bullets, goes to shoot Michael on behalf of Dr. Loomis. But since she fails to shoot him, he climbs in and stabs her several times, killing her. The doctor tries to choke out Michael with his stethoscope, but ultimately fails and gets stabbed in the eye. Not sure why his wife ran off with the Desert Eagle in hand, but she returns and begins shooting at Michael, missing every shot. As she gets close, she goes to fire one more shot at Michael, but before she can fire, he kicks the door, hitting her and making her shoot herself. This kill I will include because he did cause it by kicking the door. After the nurse dies, Lindsay shows up with a bag of bricks, hitting him twice in the face. He goes to kill her, but she starts pulling on his mask, almost pulling it off, and he lets her go, throws her to the ground, and puts his mask back on. She manages to get away, and he fails to locate her. Back at Michael's childhood home, a couple we know as the Johns now live in Michael's home. After the park, he returns home only to find people living there. Big John asks if Little John locked the back door after a little bit of door tag. Michael then sneaks through the back door and wanders upstairs. Little John notices the door is open and a bloody partial handprint is on the wall. He lets Big John know someone is inside the house. They arm up and begin to search the house. Big John is checking upstairs while Little John is checking downstairs. Michael sneaks up on Big John, stabbing him in the side and forces his thumbs into his eyes, eventually killing him. Little John finds him and sees Michael standing at the window staring out of it. Little John is killed off screen, being stabbed multiple times by Michael in the chest. Before I continue, I would like to address the folks that tried to cancel Halloween over the firefighter and the John scene. Michael Myers has and will always kill anyone in his path. It's a movie also, keep that in mind. Killing the Johns doesn't make him homophobic. If you notice, he lays their bodies out matching a photograph of them on an outdoor setting they had. They just happen to be in his house to where he was headed after the park scene. This doesn't make Michael Myers homophobic, he just kills anyone who happens to be in his way. Now we have Allison, Cameron, and Lonnie coming to the Myers home after they discover how he goes about his business.
Track those locations. It's a straight line, basically an arrow pointing straight to Lampkin Lane, Michael's childhood home.
Lonnie wanders inside, telling Cameron and Allison to stay inside the SUV. Shortly later, they hear a single gunshot and immediately rush to the house to go check on things. They begin to clear the house. Allison stumbles upon the Johns while Cameron is still searching to locate his father. He finds his father hanging outside of the attic dead. Michael rushes out from the closet, stabbing him twice. Allison goes to help by trying to shoot Michael with her shotgun. Michael knocks it away, making her miss. She takes the knife she pulled out of Little John and stabs Michael 3 times in the gut. Michael slams her around before knocking her downstairs, injuring her leg. Michael tosses Cameron a little bit before ultimately snapping his neck and putting him down for good. As he goes for Allison, she tries to stab him once again, but he grabs her wrist to turn the knife on her. Karen shows up, grabs the pitchfork from the front porch, stabs Michael in the back, knocking him down. She snatches his mask, lures him outside to a trap set by Tommy's mob. They begin to kick the ever-living shit out of Michael. Michael gets shot 5 times during this beating. Once he is down, Karen stabs him with his knife in the back. She then leaves to go be with Allison. After Karen leaves, Lee walks over with his Beretta to put a bullet in Michael's head to end this thing once and for all. Michael grabs the knife out of his back and begins to slaughter the entire mob one by one. Now yes, they only show 10 of the 18 get hit during the scene with Tommy being number 10. My theory is that they're using this movie to show the mentality of an angry mob. Notice how in the hospital nobody listened to anyone, and the mental patient ended up jumping to his death. They were so panicked and angry fueled, wanting to kill Michael, that they didn't listen to anyone saying it wasn't Michael, which led to this guy's death. Now, I don't count that suicide because it was caused by the mob. Michael did not directly cause this death. With that being said, I personally believe Tommy was number 18 and Michael slaughtered the entire mob. They were all angry and wanted him dead. I do believe they assumed they could take him on, and inevitably they all died. So for the mob, I'm saying there's 18. So now that the mob is dead and the movie is coming to an end, Karen is sort of in a dreamy state, but believes it is all finally over. She goes upstairs to look out the window to see things how Michael did when he peers behind her and begins slashing and stabbing her multiple times, dropping her to the floor, making Karen the final victim of the movie. So what did you guys think? Was I fair to count the entire mob? I would love to make more of these videos, so please let me know down below. The more comments and likes I see on this video will help me determine if I decide to continue forward with more movies, along with other series for the channel. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If this video does well, I'll make a full series of the kill count for Halloween, starting with Halloween 1978. Well, that's all I have for now. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.